In 1996, Carnival Cruise Line redefined all expectations of cruise ship size and scale with the introduction of the Carnival Destiny. At over 100,000 gross tons, this massive cruise ship smashed the previous record, held by Cunard's Queen Elizabeth since 1940. Carnival Destiny claimed a place in the history books as the first ship with a gross tonnage measured in 6 digits. The Destiny kickstarted a new era of cruising, yet despite her iconic place in the market, you won't have been able to find a Carnival Destiny cruise for sale since 2013, with Carnival actually renaming this ship. Let's explore her story further. The world's first 100,000 gross ton cruise ship can trace her heritage back to the formation of Carnival Cruise Line. Founded in 1972, Carnival began using converted ocean liners, refurbished with exciting interiors created by architect Joe Farkas. These early Carnival ships helped redefine the cruising experience, leading Carnival to order its first new build, the Tropicale, in 1982. This was followed closely by orders for the Holiday class of cruise ships, which in turn were precursors to the even larger Fantasy class, which made their debut in 1990. At over 70,000 gross tons, the Fantasy class ships were large, comparable in size to the mighty QE2, the world's most famous ship at the time. Their interiors, also designed by Farkas, were floating wonderlands with large atriums, glass-clad elevators, neon lighting, and plenty of bars and lounges. Up top, a large open deck provided a sun-covered playground, with swimming pools, water slides, eateries, and a DJ, all beneath the distinctive Carnival whale tail funnel. The Fantasy class ships were truly groundbreaking in many ways, but fell short of rival new builds in one significant area: balcony accommodation. By the mid-1990s, lines such as Royal Caribbean had introduced the Vision class, comprised of 6 vessels. This class introduced an industry-leading balcony cabin ratio, allowing many more travellers to access a private shipboard veranda. In response, Carnival started working on the Destiny class, which would offer a significant boost in balcony accommodation. Built at Fincantieri's Monfalcone yard, the 100,000 gross ton ship turned heads even before the first steel was cut. Not only was the Destiny class significantly larger than the Fantasy class, but it also easily eclipsed the larger ships of rivals Princess, Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Line. Carnival Destiny was formally ordered in 1994, with the float-out occurring in November of 1995. The ship underwent months of internal works before being handed over to Carnival a year later. The vessel was distinctive not only for its size, but also its modern appearance. A short and stubby bow blended into an angled forward superstructure, crowned by a fully enclosed bridge. Clean lines of balcony sat above an inboard boat deck, while the stern was squared off and angular. A huge Carnival funnel sat aft of amidships, while the top decks were dedicated to water slides and on-deck activities. Just like the Fantasy class before her, a huge atrium took the Farkas formula a step further, with glass-clad elevators, chrome finishings, and heaps of neon lighting. The new ship offered a huge main theatre, multiple eateries, a gigantic casino, a nightclub, and more bars and lounges than you could possibly visit in one night. Christened by Lynn Arison, the wife of Carnival's founder Ted, the ship entered service in 1996 and quickly proved that the 100,000 gross ton barrier could be broken for a profit. The success of the ship sparked a building spree at Carnival and its subsidiary brands. Destiny was followed by Carnival Triumph and Carnival Victory, while Costa built 2 Destiny class ships of their own. In addition, the Destiny class were used as the platform for a series of classes that built on its success. These include the 6 ships of the Concordia class and 5 ships of the Conquest class. You can also clearly make out the family resemblance of the 4 ships in the Dream class and 7 ships of Carnival's Vista class. And even China's Adora cruisers are welcoming 2 derivatives of these ships of their own. With the 100,000 gross ton barrier crossed, Carnival Destiny's arrival in 1996 sparked a new wave of competition for the title of the world's largest cruise ship. Grand Princess eclipsed Carnival Destiny by several thousand gross tons in 1998, while in 1999 the debut of the 137,000 gross ton Voyager of the Seas pushed the boundaries even further. I just wanted to interrupt myself for a moment to say a huge thank you to Peter Canego for access to the amazing Carnival Destiny footage that you're seeing in this video. Peter is a great friend and he has a fantastic YouTube channel, which I've linked in the description below. You should definitely check it out. So, given Carnival Destiny was so significant to the Carnival story, Why is it that you can't book a cruise on Carnival Destiny today? Well, in 2013, Carnival embarked on a significant refurbishment program, redeveloping the Destiny class to boost their passenger capacity and reimagine their interior spaces for a modern audience. At the completion of the works, Carnival noted that so much had been changed, they felt that renaming the ship was warranted. Therefore, the iconic Carnival Destiny, a name that had very much reflected the significance of her place in the market, was given a renaming, emerging as Carnival Sunshine. So you can still book a cruise on this iconic ship if you know your history, though the experience will be quite different to what passengers were welcomed to in 1996. The 100,000 gross ton barrier was once seen as impenetrable, far too big with far too much space to make economic sense. Yet today, the largest passenger ships have gross tonnages that are more than twice that of Destiny. Carnival Destiny was a pioneer, one that proved the viability of ultra-large cruise ships, her place in the history books forever secured. Once again, a huge thank you to Peter Canego for access to the wonderful Carnival Destiny videos. Go and check out his channel, I've linked it in the description. Have you sailed on board Carnival Destiny? If you did, let us know what you thought of her in the comments below. Thanks once again, and until next time, I hope to see you on board.